On this week's parasha, Aliyah Rishona, the first Aliyah of Haazinu. Haazinu Hashem v'daber al Shema Haaretz im Refi. It's brought in Chassidut and in Kabbalah, the great power of Haazinu. What happens over there? There's two different type of words which mean the same thing. Listening. Haazinu is to listen, la'azin, and we have tishma, hear. In the Sifri it's brought that there was a difference between both of them. That Moshe Rabbeinu, because he was closer to the Shamayim, he was closer to the heaven, so he tells the Shamayim la'azin, to hear, in being active, like someone's closer to you. You tell him ta'azinli, you should hear my voice. And lower than him, what was further than him, was the aretz, the land. In Chassidut, it's explained that that's how a person's supposed to be, is avodat Hashem. His work, serving God has to be in this type of way. What does that mean? He says that Shamayim is b'chinat limud Torah, learning Torah. A person has to be always striving to get closer and closer to learning Torah, to make it part of you. Now, learning Torah should be part of your agenda. Every single day, you should have 1, 2, 3 times that you have a set time of learning Torah. If it's too hard, you start with 20 minutes a day. You slowly, gradually, with time, you add a couple minutes, or you add another part of the day, they learn some other topic. And slowly, you have a fix, and that's Shamayim. Because it says in Parashat Haazinu that from the Shamayim, God spoke to us regarding the Torah. Then, what's the second part? The second part is Tishma Haaretz. Tishma is for what's Haaretz? Haaretziut, the land. The things that have to do with the land. What do we have? What merit do we have to do in the land in this physical world? Mitzvot. A person can put on tefillin in this world. A person can put on tzitzit in this world. So over here you take physical things and you do with them. So what does that mean to be, if according to what the Sifri is saying? The Sifri is saying to be far away from the land has to be, it means, according to what we're saying over here, you have to be far away from mitzvot. How could this be? To be close to the Torah and far away from the mitzvot, what does that mean? And the explanation that's brought in the Likutei Sichot the Vatshara brings down, and he says like this: that when a person does mitzvot, you don't do mitzvot because you know the reason. Because I know the reason why I'm doing the mitzvah. Makes sense, so I'm going to do it. No, even if it doesn't make sense, you do the mitzvah. Why? From a place of batlut, of nullifying yourself to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Kabbalat Ol Malchut Shamayim, and understanding you're doing right now a mitzvah to connect Elyonim v'Tachtonim, to connect the high and low together. Not necessarily every mitzvah you understand what you're supposed to do. But Shamayim, when Moshe Rabbeinu was closer to what? To the Shamayim, a person has to strive every single day to open up his field and limud Torah in every single field if possible. Not only in one thing. A person's people naturally in the Sholosh Neshama connect to certain parts of the limud Torah. There are people that connect to the Tanakh, right? Straight Tanakh. People connect to the Neshama. What's in the Neshama? I can almost promise you this. He's connected to the Tanakh. And there are people which their Sholosh Neshama connects to the Gemara. And there are people the Sholosh Neshama connects to the Halakha. And there are people which the Sholosh Neshama connects to the Zohar and the Kabbalah and the Chassidut and Musar. Every single person. So what happens? Slowly, naturally what happens, people, because what they think is true to them, they make the other person nullify him according to me. How can it be that you're saying that your way is the right way? My way is the right way. Of course, you shouldn't get the machloket to this. A person should understand what I connect to is the best, but I should always, of course, makom sheli bo chafetz, where a person always likes and enjoys his learning Torah, he should always, that should be his main focus. But don't forget the other sides, the other parts of Torah. You should always strive to get more. Not all day halakha, not all day gemara, not all day zohar, and not all day chassidut. A person has to understand he has to try to get as much as possible to make his field in the Torah wide. Because if you don't have a lot of time, if you don't have a lot of hours during your day of learning Torah, you can't go deep in one topic. You're never going to know other topics in Torah. Therefore, a person has to understand to put his field in the right place.